Welcome back to the channel, everyone. It's always such a blessing to have you here. Today, we are diving into one of the most overlooked, yet profoundly impactful moments in our lives, the very first thought we have upon waking. That split second when our consciousness returns from sleep, before we've checked our phones, before we've spoken a word, before the noise of the day begins, that moment holds immense power. So here's the question: can that single thought, that initial flicker of awareness, actually shape the trajectory of your entire day? According to ancient teachings and modern wisdom alike, the answer is a resounding yes. The moment we wake, our mind is like a blank canvas. Whatever we place on it first colors everything that follows. If we begin with anxiety, the day becomes restless. If we begin with anger, the day becomes tense. If we begin with gratitude, peace, or purpose, our actions align accordingly. This isn't just spiritual theory, it's psychological reality. The brain, in its waking moments, is highly impressionable. It sets neurological tones that persist for hours. In those first few minutes, we are programming our mental and emotional operating system. So, what are you programming each morning? Is your first thought a complaint? I didn't sleep enough. I'm so behind. Why is it already morning? Is it fear? I have too much to do. I don't want to deal with today. Or is it something sacred? Imagine this instead: you wake, and your first thought is, thank you for another breath. Or, today I will walk with kindness. Or even simply, may this day serve the highest good. Do you feel the shift already? This is the art of conscious awakening. The practice of starting the day not by default, but by design. Let me tell you a story. A man once approached a meditation teacher and said, "I've tried everything. My days are filled with stress. I wake up already overwhelmed. I can't find peace." The teacher smiled and asked, "How do you start your morning?" The man replied, "I check my phone. Then I think about all the things I have to do. It just goes downhill from there." The teacher said, "Then let's change just one thing. For the next 30 days, do not touch your phone for the first hour. When you wake, say a prayer. Breathe with intention. Set your mind before the world sets it for you." The man followed the advice. And within weeks, his life changed, not because the world changed, but because he changed. He had reclaimed the most sacred moment of his day. That is the invitation here. Not to overhaul your entire life, but to honor the first spark of consciousness each morning. In Buddhist practice, this is not new. In the Flower Ornament Sutra, it is said, "From dawn until dusk, may all beings protect each other. If any harm is caused beneath my feet, may those beings be reborn in the Pure Land." Monastics rise early, not just for discipline, but to align their minds with the Dharma before engaging with the world. The first thought is consecrated. The first breath is sacred. But you don't have to be a monk to live this way. Anyone can begin their day with sacredness. Whether you live in a quiet retreat or a busy city apartment, the space between sleep and waking is yours to shape. Try this the next time you wake. Before moving, place your hand on your chest and say silently, "I'm alive. I'm here. May I be of service." Or, "I dedicate this day to peace." Or simply, "Thank you." Don't underestimate that moment. It's like striking a tuning fork. It sends vibrations into the hours that follow. There's more. Your first thought doesn't just affect your own mind, it radiates outward. If you start with tension, you're more likely to snap at a colleague, react to your child, or drive aggressively. But if you start with compassion, you pause, you listen, you breathe. The ripple effect is real. One woman shared how changing her morning routine saved her marriage. She used to wake in a panic, already resenting the day. Her tone was sharp. Her mind was chaotic. Her husband, feeling unseen, began withdrawing. A counselor suggested she spend 5 minutes each morning in silence, just being present with her breath. After a week, her voice softened, her gaze slowed, her energy shifted. Her husband noticed. They began speaking more kindly, reconnecting. The change didn't come from therapy, it came from those 5 sacred minutes at dawn. What if peace isn't a place you find in the evening, but a decision you make at sunrise? This practice goes beyond the personal. Imagine a world where millions of people begin each day with intention, where instead of reaching for headlines or social media, they reach for presence. What kind of world would we build? The early moments of the day are our collective thread. If they are tangled in fear, our world tightens. If they are laced with hope, it begins to open. Now, some of you may say, "But I'm not a morning person." That's okay. You don't have to rise at 4 a.m. You just have to rise consciously, whether it's 6 or 9 or noon. The first moment after waking is your seed. Plant it well. You might even develop a morning mantra, something simple, repeated with intention. Like, I rise with gratitude. I walk in awareness. Peace begins with me. These phrases, when spoken daily, become anchors. They don't prevent difficulty, but they ground you when storms come. Let's also talk about the role of technology. Many people wake and immediately reach for their phones. Within seconds, their minds are flooded with notifications, messages, news. It's like letting a crowd into your bedroom before you've even opened your eyes. Reclaim that moment. Create a boundary. No phone for the first 20 minutes. Use that time for stillness, or journaling, or stretching, or sitting at your window and watching light move across the wall. Create rituals. Light a candle. Say a prayer. Drink warm water with intention. These small acts, repeated daily, become spiritual practices. Even brushing your teeth can be mindful. Feel the water. Taste the mint. Be there. In that moment, the ordinary becomes holy. And if you forget one morning, don't judge. Begin again the next. This isn't about perfection. It's about presence. Some mornings you'll feel heavy. Some you'll feel rushed. Some you'll wake with grief or anger. Those are the mornings the practice matters most. When you don't want to set an intention, that's your cue to set one. When your mind resists, meet it with gentleness. Say, even now, especially now, I choose peace. Let this become your vow. No matter what today brings, I begin it with grace. In time, this vow becomes who you are. Your mornings become sacred. Your days become aligned. Your life becomes a reflection of that first breath. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope this inspired you to reclaim your mornings, one thought at a time. Share in the comments what's the first thing you usually think when you wake up, and what would you like it to be instead? Like, subscribe, and let's keep walking this path together. Until next time, may your first thought tomorrow be a seed of peace, and may it bloom throughout your entire day.